It's time for Pokemon region starters and more. It's my first video from Radical Soda. I have no idea what to expect, but yeah, let's get into it.
Why, hello. Have you ever wished that you could make your own Pokemon region?
Sometimes. That is one glorious cat though. Like, look at that. Also the purring.
Why, yes, Radical Soda. Yes, I have wanted to make my own Pokemon region.
oh, not you, Game Freak.
Other, more...
Not you, Game Freak! Oh, man! Dude! No, but, like, really, right? Like, one of my plans for my 2.0 is because I'm getting isekai'd, right? As lore. I would love to, like, make a region, like an area map for everyone and have different creatures inhabit different places and kind of like have my own little adventuring guild and kind of potentially have sessions with people either playing D&D or simply just having like lore of like drawings and sketches and things happening and people being able to make stories in the universe. So like a Pokemon region in that regard where you have different creatures is freaking cool. I would like that. Why wouldn't I like that?
More successful YouTube creators like Loxton and Subjectively have worked on and created their own marvelous set of interesting and unique Pokemon for their fan regions.
Oh my, not you, sorry. Oh my god, this is fabulous. Look at the third form. It looks like a absolute fabulous wannabe chef bird. Oh, look at that stance, exactly. Looks so cool.
And as a fellow YouTuber, I must of course uphold the duty of every other creator and plagiarize the crap out of it.
Yes, I've been working on my own set of 150 fake Pokemon for my fake region, which doesn't exist. Ever since I was a kid, I loved working on little, like, creatures and designs and things, and nowadays it's no different. All of these were made for fun, so please keep that in mind as we go through this video, because...
That is insane! He made 150 Pokemon, I mean, Fakemons. Legally distinct Pokemons. That is so insane in the best way possible. That was amazing. I like that.
You know, some of these kind of suck. If you like this sort of stuff,
Some
please
of
let me know.
these
Yeah, I'd love to expand on the kind of videos that I make. There's only so many, you know, hours I can spend screaming away at a bastardized video game.
Why don't
Oh, I know that feeling. Yeah, I'm honestly jealous of that cat. Or rather, I'm jealous that he has a cat like that because my cats hate being lap cats. The only cat, like the only one that likes it, and for a moderate dose of like 2 minutes before she becomes bipolar and attacks me, is Rora. She's like a 13-year-old cat. She loves purring and being pet and sitting in my lap. But then she attacks me and I'm like, God.
we begin with the 3 starter Pokemon, Grass, Fire, and Water, as is customary with each new region, because God forbid we do something different. Now, before I began putting pen to tablet, I decided to put the whole idea for my region I'm going to be making these designs for. So, as somebody would do when their country hasn't yet been picked.
Wait, I wonder, like, do we make it in Game Maker? Do we make a region in Game Maker? Damn, I'm getting inspired by
For
this.
a Pokemon region, I picked the place where I'd live. Ah, Australia,
Australia.
land of crocodiles and kangaroos, home to the wallaby, a wonderfully warm place people think I must live because apparently New Zealand doesn't exist. Ah!
Oh man, so true. Pokemon inspired by Romania. That could be fun. That could be really fun.
New Zealand, now this is a fantastic place to live.
6 weeks in a row, this man
You know, like the Miku trend? A Pokemon made out of meat! Oh my god. You know the Miku trend that's going on right now? We could just have that, but with Pokemon.
shat in the Splash Planet pool. It's not funny.
Hey! That's where I live!
Now, New Zealand would be a great place for a real Pokemon region to be based off. We've got all sorts of beautiful, varied landscapes, which they would absolutely struggle to create in an actual Pokemon game because they get the budget of a sandwich. And we've got some incredible creatures
Budget
for
of a
inspiration.
sandwich.
And it really doesn't matter that 98% of them are birds, you know? Like, we've got the other 2% to work with, like... fish? Bugs. Don't you guys fret though. I was in the zone creating creatures left and right. I may have created at least 10 Pokemon based on New Zealand creatures, then just gave up.
So, the
Nice.
grass starter, what, may I ask, does
Nice.
New Zealand have a lot of? I know I just said birds. We have a lot of birds. Sheep! We have sheep! The Australians have sheep. We have sheep. We have sheep. It's all just kind of like a sheep sharing bonanza down here
The
in the
more
southern
you know.
hemisphere. I could walk like a minute down the road and find a
Sheep.
sheep somewhere. Here's Lumchop. I named him Lumchop.
Oh, this is so cute! Oh, my heart! It's melting. It looks like a ghost sheepy of cuteness and fluff, and the fact that it has a grape tail is like so adorable.
Lumchop because he's a lamb, you know.
Lumchop.
Lamb chop, and he grows berries from his tail. Remember, there's a Lumberry in Pokemon, and I know it's not purple, but you know, you get it. It's fine. We'll move past it. The main idea I had about the
That's
starter
so
was that it could be very
cute.
common as opposed to the regular super rare starters the professors
That's so
force upon you at the start of every
cute.
Pokemon game. Farmers would raise and breed them and harvest their tails when the berries are ripe. And
Oh my god, that's so adorable! That is so adorable! Oh, you could just harvest the berries.
if you know anything about sheep farming, you know what that means. To avoid scarring the children, I imagine the tails just kind of fall off when they're ready and Lumchop starts growing a new one. The farmers, sell these berry bunches to, wine makers, and there you go, world building. And that's how the people of New Zealand get fucking
Zealand?
smashed.
I have to keep getting up to like go do the new to see the next bit of the script, but I can't. There's a cat on.
Oh yes, that moment when you're like, oh, I would like to record this. Oh, never mind, my cat decides otherwise. I love the fact that like we have a non-violent solution for the Pokemon as well. That's so cute.
And now my pants are like a winter wonderland in here. There's actually a lot of wine made in New Zealand, so I thought this would be a neat little reference. But don't get too used to those though, because most other Pokemon don't have that sort of, references to them. Most of them don't even have names.
He's literally like, hey guys, I know like I'm showing you the my best over here. Don't set that as the quality of what to expect to everything else.
I just kind of, who do you think I am?
Now, Lumchop's evolution, which I'm going to dub,
Oh, Bush! Bushy!
It actually works.
Bush Sheep is still a pure grass type and continues that wine sheep storyline.
Bushy! Oh god, it's so cute as well.
It also helps out with the winemaking process by stomping on the berries, like in that funny video with the lady falls down.
It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop.
Oh,
Oh,
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Well,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna
man.
make sure she is.
Try and
That's
check
the
on
thing.
her and get back
All
to you
right.
as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
Thanks to its bulk, I would imagine it's much
Nice.
more efficient than any singular person
Classic
trying to
as
stomp
well.
down grapes, or in this case, berries. Maybe not as efficient as, a machine, but I'd imagine in the New Zealandonian region there would be no, wine stomping machines thanks to this Pokemon. Of course, Bush Sheep isn't the final evolution, and I wanted to make the final stage a Pokemon that protected the other little Lumchops and Bush Sheeps.
Honestly, I love the fact that Busheep is in charge of like stomping the berries. It's kind of like entwined with living with farmers and being peaceful. It's just like so cute.
From many predators roaming around. So what I did was move the line forwards from a sheep to a ram. And this new Pokemon, name of...
Don't tell me
I don't
it's
want to say
ram
it, but I couldn't
sheep.
think of anything else. Rambar.
Rambar.
thought-
Rambar. I don't know if it makes me think more of Grandpa or of Rambo or of Ramba. I can't decide between which one it is, and I don't know what's worse. Yeah, it's like Ramba, Grandpa, Ramba, Rambo.
I thought of that while writing this, and it's like Rambo with Ram and the thing a sheep says. If you guys can think of any suitable names, please let me know in the comment
Hornleech
section,
and
'cause I
Megahorn, huh?
am not great at it. Rambar's a dual type now, and there's There's absolutely no way you could ever guess what type it is. Grass Poison's the name of the game. Rambar's berries becoming so potent with alcoholic juices. I mean, they were potent before, but now, even just a whiff of them can get you tipsy.
You know how it is. We've all been there, you know, late at night, drunk as a skunk. You got your credit
Welcome,
card
John.
out, you end up buying overpriced supersonic statues. You want to see it? You want to see mine? Man, Sonic's really changed since I was a kid.
Any predator stalking the
Sonic really changed indeed since I was a kid.
poor little Lumchops will get a face full of Rambar's horns, which, as you can see, are covered in the potent berries. As Rambar collides with its target, the berries explode all over both the predator and Rambar itself. And while the predator now has to sleep one off, I'd imagine Rambar's got at least a pretty good tolerance to it, so it can stomp the
Rambar,
predator
please
to death, I suppose. I didn't really think this through in like a Pokemon
Honestly,
universe.
he
I think
looks
it'd be
so
neat to see like a
cute.
signature move for Rambar, something along the lines of like a grass-type
Absolutely
physical headbutt
adorable.
move, which has a high chance to confuse the opposing Pokemon, you know, due to them getting crunk. I also just wanted to quickly note that the berries growing straight off the woody horns weren't placed there just because. I did actually reference a real tree in, I think it's the Amazon, which grows fruit right on the trunk and branches. I get that that's not New Zealand, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again real soon.
Oh, hello there.
Moving on to the Fire-type starter, which
Shrek moon me! Oh, God.
this
Welcome
time
in,
is
Chris.
based on a native New Zealand creature, this time a bird. It's called the Pukeko, which sounds like I just made that name up, but it's real, it's a Maori name. Or Maori, I think. Maori? Maori? I think Maori is like the white way to say it. Here's Pukeko. I hope you find him
Oh
cute.
my
and,
God! Pukole! It looks like it has a lamp on its head and like a flame on its head, which is probably the intent behind it, given that it's the fire starter. Oh my God, this is like that is so adorable.
excuse the vast amounts of issues with the concept. To start with, I know there's already a chick starter. It's one of my favorites, and yeah, it's also a fire type. But let's be open and honest with each other. You know, when has duplicating starter animals stopped the real Pokemon games? We got 2 turtle starters, we got 2 cat starters, 2 crocodile starters. These ones just happen to be the same type. The other issue with the concept
think
is
it's
Pukekos are
fine.
generally swamp birds that hang around, you know, swamps and water. And originally it was gonna be the water starter, but I thought of something more interesting for the theme later on, and now
Fair.
we have 2 fire chick starters, and there you go. Nothing too in-depth here of inspiration going on, really. For Pukeko, what you see is what you get, really. It's a cute little Pukeko chick still stuck in its egg with a little white flame on its head because fire types do be fire types. I would imagine it uses the egg as insulation to keep its body hot and its long legs
Aww.
to stay off the cold ground. I mean, that makes sense to me, and because I made it, it's a fact now, so. Now, Pukeko evolves into Pukole 2. Honestly, the name probably works better for this middle evolution than the basic starter, but hey, who really cares, right? I wanted to incorporate
Oh
a
my
cute little thing
God.
Pukekos do in this
It's like, well, I ran out of inspiration for names, so
line's design, that being the way they flash their tails at each other. They've got a little white spot
Hi, Jacob.
underneath it. I'm pretty sure they do this as a signal, like a warning for danger and whatnot, but I thought, hey, a flash from the tail? How about a flash bang from the tail? Maybe we've got another signature move on our hands here.
honestly, that's kind of badass.
Better than the last thing I had on my hands.
Do I want to ask why?
And with that, we have our second custom
Luigi
move.
sock.
This time, a special fire type one that has a chance to lower the opponent's accuracy. Kinda
Wow,
like
this is
Leaf
really
Tornado,
creative. I like
except
this.
This one's a flashbang from a bird's butthole.
I'll be honest, I'm not 100% happy with this set of Pokemon that I've made here. You know, just as a reminder, I'm just doing this for fun. Like, if I were to go back and do it again, I would change things, obviously, and maybe I will. But let's move on to a Pokemon that I am actually mostly happy with. Pukole 2's Eeveelution.
Now, the Pukeko is a pretty unique bird, even for New Zealand, but there's actually
Pukeko
another
free?
bird which looks quite similar, the Takahe. Now, the Takahe has a few big differences aesthetically,
Oh,
mainly
that's
being
a
the addition of
fatty.
the green color, and it's also a little bigger, like more stocky is how I would describe it. Almost looks like a dinosaur. Unlike the Pukeko, they can't actually
Dinosaur?
fly, much like a bunch of other native
Huh?
New Zealand birds. Not that Pukeko 1 and 2 can fly anyway, and they're pretty rare. I've only ever seen one from a distance at a wildlife sanctuary, but they're really, really neat, and I wanted to pay tribute to it by turning it into a Pokemon. You know, what an honor being featured in a RadicalSoda's video. I've got to blow up any day now. I got a billboard in New York and everything.
Aww.
Thanks for that, by the way. It's a really great picture. Here's Taka. Hey, that's hot.
Oh,
Obviously, what with it
He
looking so
actually
much
made
like
it
a
into a
ferocious
dino
dinosaur,
mode.
it's got the dual typing, fire, ground. Yeah, I wanted to incorporate
That's
the
very
marshland
cute,
and the
honestly.
swamps the Pikachu hang around in. Should it be dragon?
Ass
I thought moves
explosion.
like
Hey, they're like flashbangs, okay?
Stomping Tantrum would fit it, and
It's a grenade,
I don't know. I thought the water
explosive
starter suited the
attack.
dragon type more, but hey, maybe this one should be fire dragon and that one water dark. But I'm getting ahead of myself. One thing you might notice about Takahei that's hot
Honestly, it
and
looks pretty
Rambar
cool.
is that they're very animalistic. That's right, no freaking humanoids to be seen here. I am so sick of the starter Pokemon turning into creepy old men. Now, not to say that there's no humanoid Pokemon in my region here. There's a few, but starters? Nah, man. I ain't letting those sausage fingers anywhere near me. I'm not sure what sort of role Takahei that's hot would play in an ecosystem per se, but I'd imagine it's sort of like a dominant predator, it's got that sort of thing going on. It's fairly large after all. Going after worm and bug Pokemon, maybe Rattata and another
Very
little Pokemon we'll
opinionated,
get to
huh?
eventually. Either way, I hope you like them, and let's move on to the next Pokemon.
He's cute, honestly. I still like the grass ones better though, but that's me. I'm a sucker for
It's the water
sheep.
starter.
When I was a child, I was terrified of eels. There were plenty of them around in creeks, rivers, lakes, aquariums. There must have been a different kind of variety of aquariums because those were freaking gigantic. Nevertheless, as I grew up, I slowly learned that they weren't the bloodthirsty, horrible fish that, you know, they look like. In fact, they're pretty tame
Really? They look bloodthirsty to you? Damn.
if you treat them right. And so I
If you
decided to
treat
base the
them
water
right.
starter on them. But the scare factor kind of goes backwards compared to my personal journey. This little fella is Eelation. God damn it. Like Pukole 2, I'm not super happy
Eelation.
with this design, but every time I go to erase it
No.
from the canvas, I see his goofy eyes staring at me, and I just can't do it. Again, nothing really too in-depth here, just a silly little slippery dude ready to blast bubbles at your foes, so...
A
let's
bubbly
move on to a
personality.
slightly more intimidating evolution.
An angry eel, huh?
Eel.
Hey, this one was supposed to be called Anguil. Anguil. Elangi. Yeah, Elangi sounds good.
Suppose this guy's kind of like a Charmeleon compared to a
It's like an
Charmander. There's a little more
Anguil.
detail, it gets a bit of an attitude change, but overall it's just kind of the same design, but bigger. I thought of the idea that he could stand on his tail to make himself seem larger to intimidate
Or maybe Kareel, you know, a Karen eel. That could also work.
opponents, but then subjectively did that with that little lizard guy, and now I just look like a plagiarizing fool. Back before I decided to take this a little more seriously and thought of creating a full region, I had a different design for this Pokemon, which, as you can see, is just so disappointed in you.
Oh my god, the fucking disappointment with the hands and the hip! Oh, this is amazing! This is absolutely amazing! I should have kept this design, honestly. This needs to be a thing. Like, look at how disappointed it is in you. You pass by a region and all you see is like a bunch of them just kind of like scoffing at you and going like, look at that loser. I can't believe they don't have a badge yet.
I don't know. Would you pick a Pokemon that looked like this? Next
Yes!
up, Final Evolution.
I would!
Scary-eel. I'll be honest with you. Even though I now know eels aren't the horrifying bloodsuckers I once thought they were, they are
I gotta
still
say,
pretty
this was
scary,
cool.
right? And while I didn't want to make Scary-eel super terrifying or anything, I wanted it to at least
one
look
looks
dangerous,
cool.
hence the huge jaws. Water Dragon type suited him, I thought, but now I'm thinking Water Dark type now, like, you know, Stab, Crunch, etc. Maybe none of the starters should have the Dragon type, it's pretty strong, right? Scary-eel uses its massive gaping maw to grab onto prey and shred it to pieces.
Yeah, maybe
It also uses its
Psychic
very
because
slippery
of the
body to
scary
slide on
part.
the ground, and in doing so creates a sort of mucusy trail behind it, which I would imagine to be very slippery. Maybe get some werehog cleats if you're considering training one of these.
This makes me want to like get my sketchbook and start like sketching random freaking creatures and then coloring them and see how I feel about it. Oh, like this is cool.
For its signature
and
move,
it's
I kind of feel like
inspiring.
taking inspiration from real life would
I
be a
don't
good
know.
idea.
It's so-
Longfin eels have
it's
like
so
these
nice.
weird backwards-facing teeth which help them grip on a prey better, so I was thinking like a physical dark-type move that stops the opponent from escaping. Like Decidueye's signature move. It's the plagiarism lives on! Hey, how you doing? You enjoying the video so far? That's great. Please keep watching. You don't even have to be at your
I
computer,
am
you know.
enjoying
Just
it very,
leave it
very
on in the
much.
background.
Actually,
I just need the watch time. My channel's kind of dying. In every Pokemon game, there is a route 1.
about a tablet is that I mean I do have my tablet. I just really suck at digital drawing. Like I don't know what about tablet is just like I feel like I have I guess the expression is of like having two left hands or having like feet for hands. But that's how I feel. It's weird because I can't say I feel like I have two left hands because I'm a left-handed person. So if I had two left hands, I would be very good, I guess. It is a adjusting issue. It's just kind of like the pressure and like the feel of it and just like knowing how the tool works, right? You have only one tool instead of having a bunch of brushes or a bunch of pencils and a bunch of like different stuff, and having to adjust everything from menus is just kind of like it feels wrong.
And in that Route 1, you'll usually find a somewhat weak early game Pokemon, usually based on a rodent or a bird or...
Was that the bite?
And my region is no different, unfortunately. I thought it might be fun to do like a spin on the, the thing we see over and over and over again with Route 1. But instead of doing that, I think I might have just accidentally kind of added to the pile.
Let's start off with the region bird. My favorite New Zealand bird is the fantail, and I just love these little guys, the way they look, the freaking fluffy ball
Aw,
with wings
they're
at a tail, their
cute.
little chirps and squeaks, the way they're so inquisitive. They'll fly around you. They're great. And who would I be if I didn't make him into a Pokemon in my theoretical region? Well, I'll be the same person, but you know. Here's Funtail, because he's fun. Look at those
Aw.
colors. Oh, he's having a ball. Well, not really. He kind of looks dead inside. Maybe I should change that.
Oh my god,
Funtail's a
that
normal
looks
flying
more
type,
dead.
big freaking deal. We've all seen it before. But what you haven't seen is its ability, which allows it to change its normal typing into the same type as the move it uses. That's just fucking Protean. What am I doing? So imagine Protean, but this ability keeps Funtail's flying type as well. So, Ice Beam, turns it into an ice flying type, or you could use a flying type move, and it'll become the super rare flying type.
Normal flying, yep.
Legend to all fighting types across the nation, an absolute joke to a chilly breeze. Funtail, of course, has an evolution, which I have not named, but do have two designs for. One of which is the real design, and the other which I redid because, well, I mean, look at it.
It looks very fancy, honestly.
I wanted to keep the design cute while still making it feel like an evolution.
This one definitely feels a lot more kind of like agile and vibrant and cheeky, right? But I do like the vibes of the other one. It looks very paused.
I think this meets the criteria just fine. Next up, I suppose, is the little critter scrambling around Route 1. I went for a bit of a pest here. Well, bit of a pest is an understatement. It's sort of the pest here in New Zealand. The stoat, or the weasel. Fang the sniper. These things are cute as hell, but they tend to
weasels.
snack on the native birds and their eggs, which, wow, guess what? It's not really a good thing. New Zealand never really had any native mammals other than bats and sea lions. Didn't have any real predators at all. Not really. No, not like this. Well, we had hawks and fowl. Stoat! Shifty little guy, ain't he? I get that this is a really basic design, probably even more than Rattata, which
What the fudge, man? This looks such a sassy looking one. Damn.
is kind of the most basic design of basic Pokemon, and that's kind of why I'm just going to brush over him a little and onto his evolution, which becomes long, like my penis. Have you ever wanted a long-armed, normal-type Stoat Weasel that learns moves like Wrap and Coil in your Pokemon game?
An
Well, then too
ice
bad,
one,
because this
damn.
ain't that. Oh, actually, yes it is. As a kid, my family and I often went to a place called St. Arnold in New Zealand for
Looks
a few days in the
slippery,
school holidays.
yeah.
It's a great little place, beautiful Lake Rotowedi, Mount Robert is there, but there's also a lot of Stoats and Weasels. So often you'll see little boxes along the path made to absolutely obliterate the bastards. And there was also a little
What
museum
the
all about the
heck?
history of St. Arnold and other fun facts about it. Like the fun fact that if you open up a log prop, you'll be greeted by a realistic stuffed weasel in the middle of killing the ever-loving crap out of a native bird. Want to scar your children? Come to St.
We're
Arnold.
weasels, man.
You know what? After all that reminiscing, I feel like maybe I didn't quite hit the bar with these designs, and why don't we put them in the, the rework list for later? I know what you're probably thinking is like, why didn't you just redesign them before you finished up the video? But the answer to that is because I'm not insane, and if I tried to rework every Pokemon I was even slightly unhappy with, I would still be sitting at my computer 10 years from now. Now let's move on to something
Yeah.
a little
Can't be
different. I
perfectionist.
can only guess that you, as a viewer, might like Pokemon. I know, incredible detective skills. What can I say?
I
from
know,
that? So how
shocking.
about
What makes
I
you
show
think
some
that?
of my regional forms. Ooh, that sounds great. Thanks, I made them myself. Why don't we start with IPOM? APOM? Hang on a minute. That's just a shiny eye palm.
I'm like, I feel like this is very inspired. Very inspired.
Actually, no, it's not. It's in fact my brand new regional variant for eye palm because I didn't learn the shiny colors before I made this video. Shut up. There's no real New Zealand equivalent or inspiration for this Pokemon. I just wanted to do a regional eye palm line. Anyway, there's nothing really too different about it other than the color, so let's move on to Ambipom, huh? Whoa, now that's a little different,
Wow.
isn't it? Did somebody say eyes on your
Yes, very different. So different.
hands? With its new hand eyes,
I guess
Ambipom has
the
transcended and is now
bowl
placed into
cut.
the normal psychic type club. No! I'd like to think Ambipom has all sort of eye-related moves like Miracle Eye, Mean Look, Glare, maybe, but while that's all well and good, what's even more interesting about Ambipom is that in my region, it evolves.
What the heck?
You get it? Yeah. Honestly, I thought
That's
the vast
kinda
majority of people would hate
terrifying.
this design when I showed it off to my stream. I stream, by the way, link in the description. But for the most part, they actually really liked it. Now a pure psychic
I mean,
type,
it's
Eye
cool.
Palm learns all
Like, don't get me wrong, I really like it. But also, what the fuck?
sorts of cool new signature moves, like Hypnosis, but with higher accuracy.
Lovecraft
Really the best I could think
County.
of at the time. I really wrote that down. How about a brand new psychic move just for Eye Palm, huh? Like with
Oh,
some custom
man.
mechanics? Okay, let's look at this. Two-turn psychic move, like Fly.
Very
but here's the
Eldritch,
twist.
I agree.
It affects the opposing Pokemon, not Eye Palm itself.
Biblically
Doesn't want to make
accurate
black holes, right? So
angel.
why can't Eye Palm send its opponents into the void? This would remove them from the battlefield for a single turn and then deal damage the turn after. Could be a bit busted, especially in doubles, but, you know, I'm not actually making this game,
Damn.
at least not right now, so who cares, right? I could definitely think of something like better than that, but let's be honest, this thing's kind of creeping me out, so let's move on to another regional variant, Love Disc. No, please. Hold your applause. I really think Love Disc got the shortest possible end of the stick in almost every way. It's incredibly weak, it's not really got many good moves, no evolution. I'm looking at you, Mola, you stupid bitch. So why not beef this little fishy up and do something special, huh?
That looks sus AF, but, sure. Yeah.
Hence the new Love Disc Evolution, which I will dub the
I
Love
thought
Disc
you
Evolution.
said there was no evolution to Love This.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I wanted to, break its heart, if you catch my drift, and by doing so, created Mawile 2.0. But unlike Mawile, this Pokemon doesn't use its large jaws for hunting, rather it uses them to protect the smaller Love Disc in its school. They swim inside and it clamps shut, protecting them from predators, like, I don't know, Carvana, which I now realize does not have a variant in
Okay.
this region. Now that I actually have to think about the roles in the ecosystems, it's all falling apart. Originally, this evolution looked a lot different. I even had a fun name for it, LGB Trout, but alas, I thought the design was kind of shit, so I moved on.
This one looks like it's flirting with you, man. This is kind of like, hey baby, ooga ooga later? Ooga booga? Would you love to come back to my love nest with me? Look at those eyes. Look at the like, hi.
And made something more Love Disc-like. Honestly, I think this one also needs a few tweaks in the design department,
God.
along with maybe a new predator to introduce, so it's protecting its brethren for an actual reason, you know. So we'll add that to the list, I guess. Let's move on to something else. How about we head back to Route 1? No, you can't make me! I don't want to go back! Bug.
Bug.
The hoo-hoo grub is an insect in New Zealand known for
Grub.
tasting like peanut butter.
What? What?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it looks like it tastes like peanut butter.
Either way, I don't think hoo-hoo
What? I'm disturbed.
grubs are particularly fond of this notion and would rather be left out of the try not to vomit after I eat a very large maggot challenges, and hence I've dubbed this little guy
What the
Boo-hoo.
fuck?
because he's crying. Boo-hoo fills the same role as Pokemon like Cat.
Leave poor Boo-hoo alone. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Missed opportunity to fuse him with an owl so that it's double Boo-hoo.
Caterpie or Wurmple, meaning it evolves very early into its pupa stage, that being this. Kind of gross looking.
Wait, the evolution should have been Boo-hoo-hoo and it was like a warm owl.
I get it. Oh, I should have actually made the Boo-hoo line based on peanut butter. I can make like a hella tasty little bug, and he's like, no, don't eat me, I'm not tasty, I don't taste like peanut butter. He does. This pupa middle stage then quickly evolves into the final evolution, a bug ghost type hoo-hoo beetle.
Oh my god, why is the wannabe beetle roach looking so cute and ooh at you. Why is it oohing? Oh my god.
These things will fly around you if there's a light around at night.
They
and by
even have
golly,
the
they aren't
peanut
super
butter
big or anything,
color.
But they are loud. Even though I know they're perfectly harmless.
It looks like a bug from Hollow Knight. You're right. It actually does. It looks like it would fit there.
I still freak out if one smashes into me. They don't land on you. Oh no, nothing so polite. Instead, they'll come crashing down into your hair and flip and flop around. Oh, let's move on. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. I want something a little more silly. I realized about 3/4 of the way through my Pokédex
Why is it
that I
a
was running
ghost?
kind of
'Cause it
low on
scares
grass
him.
and rock-type Pokemon. So what did I do? I shat myself. Introducing this little coconut bastard, which is no longer actually in the
that's
Pokédex
so
alongside its
cute.
evolution because I simply
Oh my god, those are so cute. I like them.
didn't like the design. That's
It's like, I don't like them. I'm like, I do. They're adorable.
right, I chucked these 3 in the trash and replaced them with something a little more made in 5 minutes-ish. This is a little guy who throws pebbles.
I'll take
at
the other
people
ones,
walking
thank
past.
you.
And that's it. I freaking love him. I get it, he doesn't really look all that much like a Pokemon and there's no inspiration here, but damn it, man, just look at him. And look at his evolution. 4 arms for more pebble throwing action. Mushrooms on him head. Mushrooms on him head. Mushrooms on his head that he can pop off and throw at people, getting red spore stains all over their clothes. This guy's a total dickhead, but he's so cute,
Reminds
man.
me of
What about the
Mimikyu, I
final evolution?
know.
Check him out.
Oh
Those are
my
2 claws now,
god.
because the spores will stain, and those stains will never come out. In fact, new law, tattoo artists make colored ink out of this Pokemon spores because they never fade.
He had the masterpiece and did this. I like appalled, man. But hey, he likes what he likes, am I right?
Bam, done. Actually, I want to take this guy a little more seriously now that he's got this like new info and lore about him. Let's get rid of the rock typing and just make him grass fairy, huh? I think that might fit a mischievous
Yeah, that
gremlin
sounds
a little
better,
more, and,
honestly.
we'll just like chuck Geodude in here somewhere. Hey kids, do you like the Pokemon Eevee? Shut up. For
Yes?
my Pokemon region, I didn't just decide to create 1 new Eeveelution, but 2 new Eeveelutions. No, wait, 3 new Eeveelutions. Wait, no, I made 10.
I mean, can you ever stop making evolutions? Let's be real.
Let's start off this video by looking at 3 of them. But who to look at first?
Hey, maybe his region is rainbow based, sad, right? Like, maybe the entire region is like the land of the following the rainbow for the pot of gold. I don't know. We don't need more evolutions. Yes, we do.
Poison. Now, I don't actually know if
We
my
need all the
Eeveelutions would fly in
evolutions.
this day and age, what with all the regular ones looking so uniform, even Sylveon. But hey, remember this is my region, and my region has weird-looking Eeveelutions. So here's Goopyon.
Oh my god!
Nose.
Nauseon! Oh no, it looks like it came out of the trash. Oh, maybe you are right. Maybe we don't need more evolutions. No, I'm kidding. It's kind of cute in its own way. Keep it away from me, though.
I really wanted to make each and
Mark
every new
X
Eeveelution
Eevee,
look
yep.
unique because, I mean, let's be honest, everybody's made their own Fakemon Eeveelutions. Not much to say about this one. It's based on being ill. I thought Eevee was too nice to give someone like a lethal injection, so sneezing on him, that seems more up its alley. Bug-type Eeveelution's up next. Where is it? Hello? Oh! Well, how about that?
Why do we have a
Eevee?
BV. A
Beeveon.
BV?
How is this not being
Beeveon?
made yet? It's a goddamn gold mine. Game Freak, get on it. Imagine its cute, buzzy cry as it comes out of the Pokeball. Let's finish up our 3rd and final evolution of the video with Serpion, Dragonion,
It's coming out, okay.
Chineseon, because it kind of looks like a Chinese dragon. This one also originally had a different design. It was okay,
I think I like this design, the second one, better.
but I wasn't really happy with it. It looks more like an Eeveelution, but like with this new
I like-
design, I can say it looks
No, I like
much
the other one better.
overall, but you know, as I said, probably looks kind of out of
But
place
hey,
next to the others.
preference, right?
I'd also imagine it to be one of the largest evolutions, so that doesn't really help. Now, why don't we end things off by looking at one last set of Pokemon, that being my regional variant line for Pikachu. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the hell is a Pikachu? So, does anybody else remember how Nintendo of America wanted Pikachu
Hey,
to be
welcome in,
redesigned as a
Professor.
tiger woman with huge breasts? Just me then? Here you can see Pichu looking a little bit different, mainly just the cheeks, and that's fine. But once it evolves...
Oh my
Yep,
god!
here's Pikachu! And like, I'm not actually going to, you know, give it voluptuous breasts, but that'd be kind of,
Um.
ridiculous. But I will, however, do it to right you.
All right, that's enough for now. I've like shown my
Okay. I see how it is, Radical Soda. I see.
1/3 of the decks, and I've already like made more work for myself for later
Oh,
videos.
God.
That depends, of course, on whether or not you liked this sort of video. So let me know, and let me know what you thought of the Pokemon's designs, and like which one was your favorite.
I think my favorite
as I said before, I'm
remains
always open to
the
feedback and giving
grass
new ideas
starters.
for New Zealand Pokemon.
You went all low
please let me
punny,
know,
yep.
And thank you very much for watching this experimental kind of Radical Soda video. I know.
It was honestly very fun to watch. It's my first video watching him, so like I don't know what his usual content is, but it was very, very nice. And I liked the designs. It's very like inspiring. Honestly, I also like the ones that he trashed. I like the ones that got thrown into the trash. I'm kind of sad about them, like this one. It's like, why? These ones, kind of like these were kind of cool. But my favorite one were the starter grass ones. I really, really liked them. The dino was cool too, like this one. And I really liked this one. Like it is just, it reminds me of God, what's the Pal World blue snake dragon chill something chill. It reminds me of that one. And it's just so cute. Like, yeah, it's too cute. Way too cute.